Hello, everyone. As always, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, just depending on when you're able to catch this live video. So here it is. We are entering into a new year, and as I stated, my word for this year is sacrifice. And that looks like many different things for many different people. So I challenge you, if you haven't already come up with a word for the year, you can read a great book. It's by John Gordon, who talks about one word. But just to elaborate, just think about this year as a whole and what word is going to define you through this year into 2022. So if you're watching this at a later time, somewhere's down the road in the future, this is the start of a brand new year of 2021. It is January, and we've been hit by lots of different challenges, so it's been really interesting. So today's quote says, "Your vision is the promise of what you one day shall be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil." It's from James Allen. Gives you something to think about. I'll read it one more time. Your vision is the promise of what you one day shall be. Your ideal is the prophecy of what you shall at last unveil. It's pretty cool. So today's topic is teach them young. Now, if you're a leader within your church or in your home or in your business, how this applies to you is in different circumstances. For example, in your business, when you bring in a new employee, you set expectations early on into the relationship of what is expected of that individual. So you teach them young into their career or job what is expected of them, what to do, what to not to do, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. In a church, in a community, whether it be you're an elder or the pastor, whatever it may look like, when someone is coming new into the church, there are several different things that you show them as they join that church family. It could be the way that particular church meets, whether they have small groups, whether or not they are an evangelical church. Sorry, my speech is not working for me today. There are many different things, but you start in the beginning. You start to plant the seed early. In your home, your children learn at a small age simple things like how to feed themselves, how to get dressed, learning the basics of right from wrong. They learn how to challenge you, what limits that they can push, what they can get away with. Okay? No matter where you're at, it's always good to start your journey earlier rather than later. And as you start to learn and develop these skills, you then can become a teacher of these skill sets, and you often do. Many leaders don't realize how many people watch them and learn from them and do as they do. So if you are the one who constantly cuts corners, and yet you wonder why Joe, just throwing out a name, decides to cut corners, which costs the company several thousands of dollars because they weren't paying attention and something got done wrong, where did they learn that behavior from? Now, we all know the difference between right and wrong. But again, as teachers of what we've learned, when we're doing these habits or routines that they pick up, they do as they see. It's a learned behavior. We just don't overnight learn how to create a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet, or how to create payroll. It just doesn't happen. Same thing with your faith. You just don't overnight become this devout follower of God in a means that can be immediately displayed to hundreds of other people. It takes action over time to learn that faith. Now, there are people who immediately click with God and become devout followers at that moment. But to actually be educated in their learning and their desire to grow and learn the Word, well, that takes time. In your personal life to professional life, there are things that you go through life, and as you learn them, you now can mimic the behavior of what you've learned, good, bad, or indifferent. So when I say teach them young, which is today's topic, start at the very beginning. We can set expectations, create a plan, and work the plan. When we fail, fail forward. And I teach that lesson over and over again. You see, as a coach who delivers their teaching through passion, perseverance, and purpose, my goal is to help people through their process. Now, if I didn't get you at a young age, that's okay. I'm going to start from a new beginning, or starting young, like we are in 2021. We're starting new. And what does that look like for you? Where are you at in this journey? No matter where you are, you're not done with where you want to be. And that's perfectly okay. So you got to start somewhere. As always, I hope that these videos help you. I hope that somebody pulls something from this. Whether I help one or thousands, the idea is that these videos help you no matter where you're at in your journey. As always, be well, be blessed, and take care of one another. And I truly look forward to each one of these videos and spending time with you. Y'all take care, and we'll talk to y'all real soon.